welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So it's going to be an interesting video today. So we're going to be doing the collab with Melt Cosmetics and Bailey Sarian, Fatally Yours. Like everyone, who does not love her? She is beautiful. But she has got a completely different style than me. A, she could do makeup like no other, but B, she definitely goes for more of the dark and grungy looks, and they look phenomenal on her. However, for myself, I don't do well with them. This is what we are going to create, and I will say that Melt does deep and grungy looks anyway, for the most part. Like, that is their theming, which is great. And I've never been like that, One day I'm hoping to, to be like that. But, or at least be in the mood for that. But for the most part, I'm never in the mood even. So, we're going to just play. Is it going to be the best? No, it's not. But I will say, for what it is, it worked out really well. Like, the formula is pretty good. I didn't use many, but what I did use worked really good. So the first shade, also this is an all matte palette, and I love sparkles, metallics, duochromes, lighter shades basically. So I'm kind of the opposite, but I think this palette would pair beautifully with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, because I can build it up that way, like I like to do my looks. And it has the, wet effects in it and the glitters or metallic shades, basically, Or it would go good with the Urban Decay Moon Dust. Now, for this particular look, we're just sticking with this palette. But I am going to use this palette and probably the Urban Decay Moon Dust ones, that palette, or just a Moon Dust shadow, because I feel like, technically you could use a ColourPop shadow even, but the Super Shocks, but that would be more my style, I guess, is the best way to say it. But the first shade we're going to go into is Mercury. Look at her eyes. God, they're gorgeous. She does makeup phenomenal. So Mercury's first shade, and I need to tell you, like, I am barely dipping in. Barely. Look at that. Look how much pigment. Like, but look how easy it is to blend it too. Like, the formula is easy to work with. It's good. And dark shades scare me, so as you all probably are very well know, I'm not a makeup artist, so I don't necessarily know what I'm doing, so I kind of need the shadows to do it for me, or the brushes and stuff, and I kind of need the palette to tell me what to choose almost. I'm getting a little better at that, but not much. It doesn't take much to confuse me. But I will say that the palette, when I'm looking at it, it's kind of separated in like sections even, although you could definitely mix and match it if you chose to. But for today, I'm keeping, not with that many shades, honestly, but I think they worked out really well, the shades that I did choose. And again, I would definitely have used a shimmer or something. Now we're going to go into Sarian, which is this purple shade again, very easily. And I'm just going to start to darken up the outer corner here. But I am more surprised on the blending. Like, I knew it was going to be pigmented. Like, there was no way it wasn't going to be, And it was going to be dark. Like, I knew that too. What I didn't know was how easy it was to work with the shadows. That's what surprised me. Y'all, my nose is running so bad. Allergies. I tell you. Something else. That's all I'm going to say. Allergies are something else. It's like a beast of their own almost. But look how easy that went on. Now, you could definitely build this shadow up so much darker. I won't even deny that. But as I just said, I'm not really into dark looks, to be fair. But I will say I did enjoy using the palette, but I think I enjoyed using it so much because it was just so easy. We're gonna take we're gonna take Sarian. I guess that's how you say it, Sarian. And I mean, I'm like very easily because these colors are very pigmented. But I mean, I'm kind of shocked at how well they blend out and how much you need so little of it and how well, like, I don't know, you're not going to need much of these shades. But I like the palette. Again, this is not a palette for me, I know this, but it is in the part, if I'm looking at it like, if the matte, when I was purchasing it, I knew if the mattes were good, that I liked a lot of these colors. You know what I mean? When it comes to mattes, I do like a lot of them. So I thought, okay, so I just, like I said, pair it with something, whether it be a Super Shock or, I just got that Moon Dust palette, something like that. I knew like this palette would be so good for something like that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. I'm going to darken up right here a little bit more. For that reason, something to go with those shades. Now, did I need this for that? No, I didn't. I have plenty of matte palettes I could have used to, but, if I'm going to purchase it, I need to find a way that I can use it and that I want to use it. And that just became like, that's why I wanted it. Like, I can pair this and it's going to work so well. And I think that this is a good fall winter palette for sure. We're going to go into Arsenic, which is this shade right here. And I'm picking it up with a flat brush, and putting it on the lid. It is one of the lightest shades in this palette, and you can see how dark it is. So it's not good for me for inner corner. But you could use your highlighter. I mean, that color looks good with that purple, though. I mean, I can't deny that. And even if it's not my color story, like the formula, I can't take away from that either. Although, the more I look at this look, the more I really want this to be like something I could pull off. I just don't feel like I have that personality, though, to pull it off. You know what I mean? Like, some people just have that personality. And I don't. And sometimes I wish I did. I won't lie. Sometimes I wish I had the personality to pull off like a bad, smoky, vampy look. But deep down, I know that I don't. We're going to take the shade Lead, which is a black. And I'm going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line. I will say again, pigmented black. But it blends, like, or spreads, I guess. I don't know if it's really blending what I'm doing. It's more like spreading the shade across the lash line. It blends beautifully, or spreads beautifully. It is so pigmented too. I mean, as far as like color story and everything, if I looked at this palette and like, I mean, it screams Bailey, you know what I mean? With that said, it also screams Melt, so I think it's a perfect, collab because they both, work together well. I mean, that black is black is black. But I'm more impressed with the fact that these are so pigmented, but yet so blendable. And a little bit goes such a long way. I mean, a long way. We're going to go back into Sarian. I hope I'm saying this right, because I don't want to lose that purple shade under that black liner. And again, not my color story. So if it does look a mess, like, no, it's a me thing. It has nothing to do with like the palette itself. It is a completely me. But I personally think that the look turned out good myself. Like, it gives me everything I ever wanted, to be honest. And it gives you purple, it gives you brown, it's even giving you like blues, it gives you a black. Like, it's given a lot of different directions to go in. So I kind of so want to put an Urban Decay's Moon Dust all over my lid right now in the inner corner. I'm not. But just know that I want to. We're going to curl the lashes. You know, I was going to do the best that I could. I was going to bring out everything I could, to make this look work for me. Because I just absolutely adore Bailey Sarian and her content and her makeup skill. Like, I love it all. That was the Sarian eyelash curler, by the way. Now we're going to do the Rare Beauty mascara. And I didn't see a point in buying the whole collection, to be fair, because I already know. Like, I don't use gel liner, number one. And I don't use, like, liquid glitters or anything like that. But I'm sure if you like that sort of stuff, that it is a good formula. It's just not something I like. But as far as the palette, like, that was screaming my name. And at first I was so sad because, oh no. At first I thought it was only going to be like, you had to buy the whole thing in order to get it. And I was really sad. And then I realized that it was going to be sold separately later. So I waited for the later because that was a lot of money. And I just purchased the palette. I do think I would have enjoyed the lipsticks. Maybe not the liquid lip, but the lipsticks. The colors looked really pretty. And I think they would have paired really nice with this palette. But at the same time, I didn't need them. Not that I needed a palette, but I felt like I needed the palette more than the lipsticks. Whoops. We're going to use the Cali Ray for the bottom lashes, and then I got to clean up what I messed up there, but we're going to let it dry first. Like, I don't really know how to feel about the look, because on one, like, part of me is like really liking it, right? I think it turned out really good. And then the other part of me is like, it doesn't look good on you. And are you wearing the look or is the look wearing you type of situation? And deep down, I want to say that I'm wearing the look. But also deep down, I have to be realistic. And I'm like, girl, I think the look might be wearing you, but you go ahead and feel what you want to feel. You know what I mean? I tell you though, even though these shadows are so pigmented, they just blend beautifully. And like, y'all know I am so scared of dark colors, so scared. But I really don't think wholeheartedly you have anything to be scared of. But I could be wrong. Again, this look could look atrocious for all I know, okay? I'm not gonna lie. But to me, and what I'm seeing, it doesn't look bad. Now, I don't think the lipstick goes with this look, so minus that. I just don't think it looks bad. What do you think? I would love to be able to pull off these looks and feel confident and all that jazz. I don't know. It's like I like it, but I don't know. But that's a me thing, not a you thing. Because the shadows built nicely, they blended nicely, there was no patchiness, there's no muddiness. Granted, I only used 3 shadows and then used the black to line. But, there was still nothing that happened. Now, with that said, we'll just say I used 1, 2, 3, 4 shadows out of 10. So, not quite half the palette, but I don't know. There's something about it I like. And again, I think that the main thing is if I could put a little bit of glitter, a little bit of some shiny, I would love it even more. I think that that's just where I'm at. Like, I think I like the darkness. I like the darkness of this look. But I need something shiny because I'm just that person. The more shininess, the better. The more my eyes just gravitate to it. You know what I mean? But color story wise, I do like this color story. And I do think you get a good bit of options with it without it being a total like chaos type thing. Like, you're not going to look at this palette and go chaos. You're going to look at it and go, okay, this section or maybe these two and these two. You know what I mean? You're going to see different colorways out of it, not a chaotic mess in a way. So I do think that like the color story makes sense. The palette itself makes sense. The collaboration makes sense. Like, everything just makes sense in this palette. And the fact that it's great and easy to use, even for me as beginner, chef's kiss. Now, whether that was thought about at the time or not, because I don't know if there's beginners that watch. I mean, I'm sure there's beginners that watch her. I'm a beginner. But I don't know if it was intended to be beginner friendly or makeup artist style, because I mean, she's definitely a makeup artist. She's phenomenal. Her looks are gorgeous, flawless, extraordinary. Any other word to explain it, you know what I mean? But this is the final look. This is the palette, Barely Sarian and Milk Cosmetics, Fatally Yours. Make good choices. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's make good choices. Like, whatever choice you make, it's going to work. You're not going to run across a muddy mess. You know what I mean? Especially if you just stick into the groups. Do. You know what I mean? You're going to be just fine. But overall, I really do like this. Love the eyes. She's gorgeous, fabulous, beautiful, smart. Like, I love it. I mean, I just love everything about her. I really do. But that is all I have for you today. We'll get back to the Christmas stuff tomorrow. But I don't know, launching this at Christmas time, Halloween time, it would have made sense, especially with it being more of a fall and winter palette. I mean, I'm still going to get use out of this palette because it's still winter, but I could have got a little more use if it was, dropped a little earlier, but I'm okay with it. So let's see. Well, they did do their Nightmare Before Christmas, so they probably couldn't drop it any sooner than they did, but that is all I have. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch. And of course this month I'm trying to do, like the Vlogmas where you vlog every day. So I'm trying. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do it. But yeah, let me know. Did you buy this? Is this your color story? Do you pull off these dark looks? And if so, like, how? I think it's a personality thing. I really do. You have to have that personality trait, and I ain't got it. I'm more like in the shadows, in the corner type of person. You know what I mean? Which you would think this would be my color story, because that way I could just hide in the shadows, But for whatever reason, I just like glitter. I like it. I like anything that sparkles. I need it in my life. But that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, take care. Bye.